Well, hello, wonderful and amazing people. I am out and about today. I want to do a drive and talk. I know, I usually do a walk and talk, but I'm going to do a drive and talk today. And I promise I will be 99.9% watching the road, so don't turn me in. But I wanted to chat with you. I'm heading to Costco of all places on a weekend. I know, crazy. That part of it is crazy. But fortunately, I'm only going to the outside where I'm going to pick up a gang of pizzas. So I'm picking up 24 pizzas for our church. We have a Sunday event. We're going to try to give some pizzas to the people, keep everybody happy. But I had kind of a weird moment this morning. I was going through some stats and some different things. I was reading through Charisma magazine and a couple of different things, and it's weird because one of the stats I saw is that in the United States there are basically 65% of the total U.S. population believes or claims to be Christian. I'm thinking, wow, that's awesome. That's amazing, because I'm heading to Costco, getting pizzas, thinking of all the churches on Sundays that are doing things and all the different amazing stuff that's going on. But in the midst of all that, as I'm sitting here thinking about those things, one of the other stats was that of the 65% of the people who claim to be Christians, there's only about 15 to 20% that actually, even possibly as high as 25%, that go to church. I'm like, wow. So why is that? Is the United States church as a whole, are we changing as a culture? Are we changing? Are we getting fed up with church? What do you guys think the deal is? I'm thinking, you know what? God set up church and Jesus planted his church. Peter started it all. And the idea behind church is supposed to be a support network. I know everything that we have done and everything that we've gone through, it would be hard to sit there and understand life without church. Okay, so just pulled in the parking lot. There are a ton of cars here. So I'm going to run in, grab those pizzas, and try to get out of here as quickly as possible and not go inside. Though there is a big TV I'd like to get, but I'm not going to do it. So here's the thing. If 65% of the people say they're Christians, but only 25 or so percent are actually going to church, it's almost like we have to evangelize to believers to get them into a place where they can be blessed and taught. Because I'll combine that with another stat, and when you combine the two, it's frightening. But there's another stat that they had, and this was on another site, and it was saying that 50% of believers actually don't spend any time with God, don't get in the Word, don't do much of anything. They feel guilty, in fact, about not spending time with God. So you combine the fact that most people aren't going to church anymore, and you combine the fact that they're not studying, they're not in a small group, they're not learning and growing on their own. Wow, what does that put us as a country? We could be in big trouble. You sit there and think about it. I mean, realistically speaking, if we're struggling in the future with something that happens, where is our spiritual barometer for the United States? I don't know, kind of scary. All right, thank you for joining me for today's episode of How Many Pizzas Can We Fit in a Toyota Corolla? Okay, so literally had 4 or 5 people ask me if they could come to the party. You get that many pizzas at Costco and people start looking. Can you see back there? Let's see. I'm going to let me take it off face tracking here because it's trying to track my face. Okay, check out those pizzas. Can you see them? Can you see them? Am I seeing them? Yeah, they're back there. So I really, oh my goodness. There should be There should be something that comes with, the labor and the intensity.
A few moments later. A little longer than a few minutes later.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to stay a bit. That's really good. I'm gonna have to cut this. Okay, I'm back. I finally got pizza off my mouth. And so thanks for going to Costco with me. But here's the thing. People not going to church, people not connecting with God at home, we got a serious crisis in the United States. And as believers, we got to start inviting other believers to church, because odds are they probably aren't going anywhere. So be blessed today. Thanks for going with me to Costco. You're welcome to come to the party if you want, but we're only having pizza. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you guys soon.